Good morning. Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1FM, and 990 AM WEEB. Welcome back to the most listened to program in all of the Sandhills. It's time once again for Mornings with the Leader Man. Want a little program note here. Our AM transmitter is still down. What happened was AT&T put some equipment on the tower, and it put back into our transmitter and destroyed a few parts that aren't readily available. But hopefully they'll all be here today, and we'll go from there. But we're working hard to try to get it on ASAP, so those that live like the AM band, because it's got more coverage area, can also enjoy without having to change their lifestyle. But anyway, it's a coming, but the AM is still down today, and we'll see if we can get back on today. If not, we'll update you tomorrow. I'm Steve Leader Adams. Of course, with me this morning, as always, the Colonel. Good morning, Colonel.
Hey, good morning, Moore County. Good morning, unfortunate Aberdeen, as the failing pilot pamphlet and insert delivery system refers to you. Hey, Rain Man Steve brought it back. Thought we were going to get a couple of days of dry weather, but apparently not. So you'll need your umbrella this morning here when you go out and take your walk. Put your gum boots on so you don't get your feet wet. And keep your eye out for some of that stray prepackaged trash floating around, so we don't want it in the watershed. So, get out there, enjoy the day anyway. Plenty of things are open. Go get some lunch, go get some breakfast. I see plenty of people out and about, so live your life.
Don't forget, of course, we are being heard and seen around the world on a live video stream. That's available to you now at talk973.com or talk1041.com. Top middle of the page is where the video link is located on your mobile device. It is located on YouTube. Fire up YouTube and put Mornings with the Leader Man in there. And, well, I hate it when my music runs out and I'm not at it. Get back there. Yeah. Got doobies now. Anyway.
There you
go. Where was it? Yeah. You fire up YouTube and put Mornings with the Leader Man in the search for the video. For the audio only, you can get that too on your mobile device. Fire up a streaming app such as TuneIn, iTunes, or stream them. Many others will work also. Just put WEEB into the search. And if you're on our website at talk973.com or talk1041.com, upper right-hand corner of every page has an icon that says Listen Live. Click that once and you're listening that quick. Weather for us today here in the Sandhills area. It's going to be cloudy with showers likely. At least that'll keep the atmosphere cool down a little bit. And the direct sun won't be on you. Look for a high today of 83, but it will be muggy. Tonight, partly cloudy, scattered thunderstorms, a low of 68. Tomorrow, no mention of rain. Just sunny, hot, and humid. High of 90. Tomorrow night, clear 67. Saturday and Sunday, still going to be hot and humid. 92 Saturday, 91 Sunday. Oh, boy. And Monday, partly cloudy, scattered thunderstorms, high of 90. Next break in temperature really won't come until next Wednesday, when we'll see high of 81. Right now around the Sandhills, winds are west-southwest, visibility at 5. Visibility 10 statute miles, humidity 94%, dew point 69, pressure is 3001, and we have scattered showers and 71 degrees currently here at Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. All right, it is 7:32, 32 past the hour on this Thursday morning. What's happening in the news? Well, Governor Dummy is act again, him and his unelected Secretary of Health, Dr. Cohen.
Yeah.
But Cooper has, I got his order here in front of me, has, let's see how it's listed. Extension of Phase 2 order and new measures to save lives in the COVID-19 pandemic. Long story short, the executive order says you got to wear a mask even if you're in public, with some exceptions. And that is like if you're at a restaurant, as long as you're seated at the table, you don't have to wear a mask. It's not effective. Kids 11 and under don't have to wear one. If you're doing strenuous exercise, you don't have to wear one as long as you have 6 feet from everybody. If you're giving a speech for a broadcast or an audience, you don't have to wear one. Working at home or in a personal vehicle, temporarily removing his or her face covering to secure government or medical services for identification purposes. No, hell, give me a picture with the mask on. Yep, that's me.
Yeah, yep.
And it goes on with other stupid stuff. I'm like this.
Oh, if you have trouble breathing, it says you don't have to wear a mask. Yeah, I have
that or a panic attack.
Right. I have a little trouble breathing normally, so I won't be wearing one.
Nor will I. You know, as long as Mr. Coward, Governor Cooper, stands back, deliberately stands back, and allows the desecration of our statues.
Right.
You know, he's lost all my respect. And you know what, Governor, you can take your order here and stick it where the sun doesn't shine. Because why should I listen to you when you won't listen to us? He's being over-aggressive and just plain stupid. And this will hurt our economy. This will turn businesses off from coming here.
Right.
This will cause businesses to pack up and leave. This will destroy some businesses because bars and gyms still can't open until a minimum of July 17th.
Right. Yeah, you know, we have an opportunity to get some of these big businesses, big businesses from Seattle and some of these other crummy places run by Democrats. Oh, but we're run by Democrats. So they're, you're right. They're likely not going to come here. They're going to move to areas where they know that they'll get a fair deal, a fair tax break, etc. And even though our legislature is primarily controlled by Republicans, no, they're sitting there on their thumbs. Haven't heard maybe a couple of things from them, but basically they're just letting a Democratic governor run roughshod over them and doing nothing.
So, Governor, you need to start protecting our property. Now let's stand there, tell the Capitol Police to stand down while anarchists tear up our trophies.
Right. And
they are anarchists.
This is an insurrection. It's an anarchy, whatever you want to, there's several other terms, but Pew Research Center here has come out and said, hey, what they found out that 46% of the people engaged in this garbage that's going on are white people. 22% are Hispanic, 8% are Asian, and 17% are black. So this Black Lives Matter thing is predominantly being pushed by an insurgency of white Marxists. And what these dupes don't understand, these useful idiots don't understand, is that if they get their way, these Marxists, that they are going to be in the same position or worse than they are now. So, blacks who think that they're being picked on or whatever, well, when the Marxists take over, stand by, because it's going to be even worse. And really what's going on here, or what's coming, you're not going to be sitting on the fence. For all you people sitting out there twiddling your thumbs thinking, oh, well, this too shall pass, and, blah, blah, and I'm just going to ignore it until it's done and it's run its course. Well, you're not going to be sitting on that fence. You're going to have to choose a side, because that's what Marxism does. That is what Islamic terrorism does. You have to be on their side, period. There is no sitting on the fence and, hey, I'll just live my life and I don't want to be bothered. You're going to be bothered, and you're going to be forced to make a choice. So you better pick your side here, and you better figure it out right now. And, proof for that is look at Mao Look at Mao's China. Look at Stalin's Russia. Look at Venezuela down there. You're either one or the other. You're either on the right side or you're going to be under somebody's thumb. So you better start thinking through your future actions here, near-term future actions, because if you don't push back on this stuff, you're going to get steamrolled.
How can we push back when a governor sits there with his thumb up his tail, watching our property be destroyed, and tells the people who would stop it to stand down?
Well, it's like got into it a little bit yesterday. Hey, more county commissioners, sheriff, elected officials. Where is it? I haven't heard much of anything from you. And until our elected officials here in Moore County stand here and stand up and say, hey, you know what, Governor? Baloney. We're not playing your game. It's happening throughout the country and other counties. You really have to look for it, because it doesn't make a wide news coverage, of course, because it doesn't fit the narrative. But there are counties and there's sheriffs and there's county commissioners have said, hey, guess what? You know what, Democratic governor, we're not doing your thing here. We're just going to go ahead and operate. And until we get some gumption here amongst our local elected officials and start pushing back, then yes, there's officers, I'm sure, that hey, look, there's somebody without a mask or whatever. I'm not going to bother with. I'm talking about verbal, public pushback against this clown. We're not going to have any success in recovery, or not as much success as we should have in recovery. And it needs to be open and public pushback against this clown.
Well, what about enforcement? The executive order says citation or citations under this section shall be written only to businesses or organizations that fail to enforce the requirement to wear face coverings. Since this place has an exemption because...
Right. And you're on camera. We're on camera. So, hey...
Operations of businesses and organizations are entitled to rely on the customers or patrons' statement about whether or not they are exempt from the face covering requirements. And businesses and organizations do not violate this executive order if they rely on such statements. Also, law enforcement personnel are not authorized to criminally enforce the face covering requirements of this executive order against individual workers, customers, or patrons. However, if a business or organization does not allow entry to a worker, customer, or patron because that person refuses to wear a face covering, and if the worker, customer, or patron enters the premises or refuses to leave the premises, law enforcement personnel may enforce the trespassing law and any other laws that the worker, customer, or patron may violate. In other words, this thing doesn't have a whole lot of teeth in it.
Well, no, but again, rather than try to parse through all that baloney and figure out whether somebody's actually in violation or not, just say, hey, look, Governor, we're not playing the game here. Where's the churches? Where's our clergy? How about a march up there with a million Christians or something and surround this place and nothing. I hear crickets from all of our leadership here in all of our leadership period. Statewide, nationwide, clergy, nothing. Elected officials, local elected officials, nothing. Just nothing. Nothing.
And
what do we vote for?
It also seems like those that are getting a check are the ones screaming for this.
Well, yeah.
The ones getting a guaranteed government check.
They don't care.
Yeah, they don't, except about themselves. So we need to fight for those who don't get a guaranteed check every week, those that are on the verge of totally going under or declaring bankruptcy and screwing their credit up for 7 years.
Yeah, you've had loads of people, loads of places have gone out of business. People are,
when we're out there selling advertising,
who's
we hear it from businesses who are not going to reopen.
Right. Who's hurting the worst here? It's the lower class. A lot of less well-off individuals, a lot of minorities who are less well-off, et cetera. They're the ones that are being hurt the most. Apparently, their lives don't matter because, these clowns that are burning and destroying business, et cetera, don't really care about it. They just don't care about. They don't care about you. You're the doormat of society. You will continue to be the doormat of society. When Black Lives Matter or it's not Black Lives. That's a misnomer. It's not Black Lives Matter. It's a Marxist counterinsurgency, and when that is taken over, you will still be the doormat in this country.
Yeah, when you get dorks like Dr. Cohen, who was elected to nothing, appointed to Secretary of the Health,
right.
Comes out and says, I don't like the numbers, we need to hunker down for 3 more weeks.
Right, because...
Well, you, honey bunch, just don't get it. People out here are starving. They need their businesses open. And who the hell do you think you are to crush their business?
Right. Well, it's our legislature is pathetic and weak. They do nothing. They sit here and do nothing. I don't know what they're doing because they're not legislating.
The legislature did pass a law that would open up bars and gyms. Our wimpy governor shut it down by vetoing it last Friday. So they did give it a try, and it got past both houses.
Well, you keep doing it. How about there's got to be some more. Anytime those clowns want to do something like get rid of Hassan, anytime they really want to do something, they get it done. And I guess they just really don't want to do it.
Yeah,
is what it boils down to.
And in Congress, they're do nothing too because Tim Scott, the black Southern senator from South Carolina, introduced a bill that would put limits on police actions. And it gets by on a majority vote, but it does not get by because of the filibuster.
Right.
And they needed 6 Democrats to show up, 2 did. And that's it. But it was a start. But they only were voting to allow the bill to be discussed on the floor. It wasn't passage of the bill. And the Democrats wouldn't even discuss it. What they're doing is playing games over there in the House. They're going to put in all these ridiculous requirements on police and take away their limit to liability. And they'll pass that on the Democratic vote and send it to the Senate where it will die, and they'll say, well, we tried, but the Republicans wouldn't help. Well, that's because it's a ridiculous bill. You won't let the Republicans talk about it at all in the House, and you won't talk about it in the Senate. So the only solution, folks, is the ballot box. And you need to throw out these Democrats who are just obstructionists. That's all they've done. If it helps this country, they are against it because it will make Donald Trump look good. And that they can't have. So everything they do is to make him look bad. So they'd rather see this country go down, well, you can see it going down the tube right now. And they love to see all that because they think that works for them to get power.
Well, part of it is, you have all these riots and crap going on, and like I said, you've got nothing from the other end of the spectrum as far as organized peaceful protests. How about getting some groups, and you got key legislators, et cetera, go get a couple of 100,000 people and sit on their offices until they do something, until they vote right or whatever. That's what these people are doing on the other side of the aisle here. And we got nothing here. We should have some ready-made flocks, ministers, reverends, whatever you are. I don't know. Sunday seems like there's a nice crowd of people, but after that, boom, nothing. Don't hear anything from you. Crickets from from our religious leaders. They've had a couple lawsuits or whatever, but. Hey, just go ahead and have start doing something here. You tout yourselves as the leadership of the populace here, but nothing from you.
Yeah, it's time to act like one. All right, 7:48, 48 past the hour. Let's see if we can get the Colonel with a smile as we start out with the best of late night eunuch boys from last night TV.
A New York-based bidet company announced this week that it is offering to pay someone $10,000 to study their bathroom habits over the summer. So this would be your job by night, and then you could have a regular job, bidet.
The European Union is considering a ban on travelers from the U.S. over the coronavirus failures.
Bad news is you can't go to Europe. The good news is your friend can't come back from Spain being like, it's pronounced Barcelona.
An extremely rare Star Wars action figure has gone up for auction and is expected to sell for more than $225,000. Apparently, it's an intricately sculpted figure of a female audience member.
All right.
Yeah, that's David Spade. I couldn't think of, my wife finally told me who it was. He's got good jokes, etc. He doesn't focus on the political aspects and try to harpoon everybody. He's funny.
Well, if you think you've had enough, if you've had it tough in 2020, well, try being a statue.
Now, a message from a statue.
Hi, I'm a statue. I've been here in this park since 1919, so they tell me. So before you rip me off my pedestal or remove my head, understand I'm cool with moving. I'll gladly leave this park right now. But again, I'm a statue. There are things I've seen that I can't unsee. Just yesterday, a college student had familiar relations with my saber. Who does that? And clearly there is a sign that says, do not climb on the statue. So why are your kids climbing on me? I'd love to say, hey kid, maybe you don't touch the saber. You don't know where it's been. But I do, but I can't because I'm a statue. So before you defile me, maybe you can try to remember that I'm a person too. Okay, a statue of a person. And can somebody, for the love of God, do something about these pigeons? They're always cooing and pooping.
This has been a message from a statue.
Pooping.
Yeah, that could be a message from our legislature. They're nothing but statues. Pigeons pooping on them and getting pulled over because they're doing nothing. They're allowing this all to happen. Thank you. You waste.
A friend of mine yesterday on Facebook posted a picture of a box of face masks. And on the side of the box it says, will not stop COVID-19.
Yes, exactly.
Will not stop any virus.
Right.
Because the virus is so small in this case, it's like trying to catch a mosquito with a chain link fence.
Exactly.
It's just not going to catch it. So this mandated facial mask thing doesn't solve anything.
Exactly. Hey, and here's the other dirty little thing. Well, the cases are going up and going up, and it's been discussed over here the last couple of days that the United States has tested over and above more people for COVID than almost the rest of the world combined. So the more you test, the more cases you find. And, if you had it but didn't know it and you come back, with that antibody or whatever, well, that's a positive test, even though now you don't know when you had it. You're well past the infectious stage. But the numbers just keep going up. And that's the fallacy of this. Oh, and think about it, people. Think about it. The more people you test, the more you find out that there were infections out there, the smaller and smaller and smaller becomes the death rate.
Yep. But they don't publish that.
Right.
Or they might publish it, but they don't bring it to the
forefront. They'll just, we had 10 more deaths. Well, if you tested 1,000 more people and found 500 positive, that number just keeps shrinking and shrinking and shrinking. But nobody's going to tell you about that.
Well, you're trying your best to stay healthy, wearing a mask and trying not to touch your face. But then there's this.
Hey there. I am an itch. Not really doing much right now, just waiting around for the right moment. Oh, hold on. There's a woman putting on her COVID mask, and she's about to go shopping. Oh, this is gonna be good. You see, as an itch, you gotta wait until just the right time. She's got her mask on, she's got her shopping cart, she's starting down the beverage aisle, and I'm on. I think I'll start at the tip of her nose, and then make my way above her lip.
This message from an itch is brought to you by Crew-X, because sometimes don't you just want to scratch it?
And the woman is defending what has become a controversial TikTok video where a swim instructor tosses an 8-month-old kid in a swimming pool. Here's the audio. The mom is delighted as the boy comes up and floats on his back on his own. And you can calm down, everyone. It's an infant survival course that people have done for years. Ever see the cover of Navarro's Nevermind album? That's what they're doing with the baby in that. So get back to work, Becky. Here we go. An exciting video without the audio without the video. Let's see here. A new survey found that male drivers are twice as likely as women to speed. Perhaps you'll remember
the need for speed.
There you
go. Yeah, somebody's having a good chuckle at that one right now, I know. Well, I hate to say it, but, everybody has broken a traffic law. I had somebody tell me once, no, I've never broken a traffic law. I just laughed at them. Everybody has. You can't
go from here to home without breaking a traffic law.
You can't help yourself. You're breaking a traffic law somehow. Either technically, deliberately, inadvertently, whatever. You've broken a traffic law multiple times probably every time you get in a car.
Let's see. A guy in Cambodia didn't realize a leech crawled up inside his woohoo while he was swimming.
Yeah.
And he drank a pint of blood before doctors could get it out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Here was the sound.
Leeches! Oh, my God!
Yeah, it was intense.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's, okay. That's something else.
After both of his parents got coronavirus, a 15-year-old in England created a waistband that senses when you're about to touch your face and stops you. It's called
a wristband or a waistband?
WebPro, huh?
A wristband or a waistband?
A waistband.
A waistband.
I'm sorry, wristband.
Yeah, there you go. You had your glasses on. You took them off.
Yeah.
I was going to say, man, how's your wrist, how's your waist know when you're going to do that?
It's called Vipro, spelled VYBPRO.
Right, okay.
And he's raising money for it on Kickstarter.
Vipro is a British-designed, wearable proximity sensor that buzzes every time your hands approach your face. It's worn on both wrists. Using our patent-pending technology, Vipro buzzes when your hands approach your face, letting you know before touching occurs. By doing this, it helps change your subconscious habits and leaves a positive, lasting effect. You can turn Vipro off with a simple button press when alerts aren't required, such as eating, drinking, or applying makeup.
And a 94-year-old guy in Canada named Gordon Precious recently became the oldest person in the world to heliski. That's when a helicopter drops you at the top of a mountain and you ski down.
Yeah, I've seen that. It sounds...
To me, that's the epitome of great skiing, is heli skiing. You feel that you're in a different world away from civilization. And then the helicopter takes off. It just seems to fall down the steep mountainside. And you think, oh my goodness, how am I going to get down from way up here?
Unbelievable.
How old was he?
I can cry. 15.
50?
Oh, 94.
94. Okay.
94.
Yeah, all right. Well, that's significant, man. I don't know if I'd be jumping out and doing something like that at 94.
And former Deputy Attorney General Donald Iyer testified in Congress yesterday and was critical of Attorney General William Barr. And his opening statement ended with a pretty weird exchange. He was over his time limit, and House Judiciary Chairman Jerry Nadler, of course, let him keep going because he's a liberal. So Republican Congressman Louis Gohmert started banging his ring on the desk and refused to stop.
But to me, Barr's crowning dishonesty is the portrait of Edward Levy that a recent New York Times article showed hanging on the wall of his conference room.
Regular order, the witness will conclude.
Regular order is right. We're way beyond regular order.
The witness will continue.
Can I have one more sentence here?
By all means.
Okay. That a
Mr.
recent
Chairman, I would
New York
ask
Times
that the sergeant at arms witness will conclude.
Umbrellas will be handy today. We'll have some scattered showers and thunderstorms as a cold front moves through. High temperatures will climb into the mid-80s. A few evening thunderstorms, then partly cloudy overnight tonight into Friday morning with low temperatures in the mid to upper 60s. Friday should be a nice day. We'll have mostly sunny skies. The humidity will be down with high temperatures in the low 90s. For the North Carolina News Network, I'm meteorologist Amy Wilmoth in the Weather Center.
Broadcasting from the top of the North Carolina Sand Hills, 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM, WEEB, Southern Pines, Pinehurst, Aberdeen.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. Some states holding off on a further easing of coronavirus restrictions as a number of new cases continues to rise, particularly in the South and West. Meanwhile, a prominent research firm is out with some pandemic response advice for Congress.
Private sector report says without relief for states and local governments, there could be 4 million lost jobs. Moody's Analytics says the $500 billion for state governments and $375 billion for local governments passed by House Democrats last month is likely beyond what's needed. Moody's calls for $500 billion in combined state and local aid. And the report says $120 billion might be enough to get states through the 2021 fiscal year that starts next week. Mike Gracia, Washington.
New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut now requiring visitors from newly emerging virus hotspots to self-quarantine for 2 weeks. Demanding police budget cuts, hundreds of protesters gathering outside New York City Hall. Some residents and business owners filed a class action lawsuit against the city of Seattle over the so-called CHOP zone. That's a neighborhood taken over by protesters. Senator Tim Scott says he's gotten some threats relating to his work on a Republican police reform bill.
As the Senate's only black Republican, Scott's work has been pivotal in drafting a bill favored by the GOP, but blasted by Democrats as irrevocably flawed. The threats, which Scott shared with NBC, appeared to come from all sides unhappy with his bill. References were made to Confederate flags and the KKK. One caller labeled Scott an Uncle Tom, an apparent reference to his work within the Republican Party on a bill Democrats insist goes too easy on misconduct by police. Bob Agnew, Capitol Hill.
Wall Street futures lower ahead of this morning's release of the government's weekly employment report. Right now, Dow futures down 249 points. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Gold. It's soaring. Are you missing it? If you have an IRA or 401k, you probably are. Less than 1% hold physical gold. We've been told by Wall Street it's for crazy people. Really? What's crazy about an asset that beats stocks 2 to 1? I'm Adam Barata, national best-selling author of the book Gold is a Better Way, owner of Advantage Gold, an Inc. 5000 member, and highest-rated gold IRA firm in the world. Gold is booming because gold is really about debt, and global debt is a pandemic. If you have an IRA or 401k, I want to give you my book for free. That's right, free. Call 800-900-8000. That's 800-900-8000. Learn why gold will outperform pumped-up stocks from this point forward. Turn your IRA into a wealth growth machine. Just call 800-900-8000. It's time to stop being crazy. Call 800-900-8000.
The Pentagon concludes that 20 top Chinese firms, including Huawei, are either owned by or backed by the Chinese military.
Washington says companies like Huawei aren't operating simply as private enterprises. Instead, they are tools of the Chinese state and Communist Party and actively seek information from their customers to hand back to Beijing. Huawei and Beijing have consistently denied these allegations. This new list for use by U.S. Congress members and businesses could pave the way for financial sanctions against these companies, which would make it harder for them to operate and make transactions within the U.S. banking system.
That's the BBC's Karishma Vaswani. North and South Korea have marked the 70th anniversary of the start of the Korean War and largely subdued commemorations amid the coronavirus pandemic. The 1950-53 war triggered by a surprise North Korean invasion. News and analysis, townhall.com. Toyota's Prius, the subject of a recall.
Toyota is recalling about 752,000 gas-electric hybrid vehicles worldwide because the engines can lose power and stall. The recall covers certain 2013 to 2015 Prius and 2014 to 2017 Prius V hybrids. The company says the hybrids are designed to go into a fail-safe mode if there are faults in the hybrid system, but in rare instances they may not go into fail-safe and the engines could lose power and stall. Toyota says power steering and braking would stay on, but at higher speeds, the stalling could raise the risk of a crash. Dealers will update the hybrid software at no cost to owners. Keith Peters reporting.
AAA saying it expects summer travel to drop by about 14.5% from last year. That's really no surprise given the ongoing concerns about the spread of coronavirus. More on these stories at townhall.com.
The greatest comeback of all time is underway. Remember to shop local businesses. A reminder from Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM. WEEB.
Right now at Leith Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Aberdeen. Get 0% APR for 72 months and make no payments for 90 days on select new Jeep, Ram, Chrysler, or Dodge models during the Drive Forward event. Plus at Leith Aberdeen, get employee pricing plus on all 2020 Chrysler Pacifica models and 2020 Jeep Gladiator Overland and Sport models. It's easier here at Leith Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Aberdeen.
0% APR for 72 months on 2020 Jeep Compass and 2020 Ram 1500 models. Interest accrued over 90-day deferment with approved credit from Chrysler Capital.
I really don't know anything about insurance except that I need it. I wasn't even sure I had the best coverage for my money. Was I glad I found FCIG, First Casualty Insurance Group in Southern Pines. They did a search among about 36 different companies and found just what I needed. You know, if you haven't taken a look at your insurance in a while, maybe it's a good time to call FCIG. First Casualty Insurance Group, Southern Pines. 910-692-8303. 910-692-8303.
At Sand Hills Collision Center in Seven Lakes, we proudly serve all your automotive repair, auto body restoration, and collision repair needs. With our brand new state-of-the-art cheap straightening system and eco-friendly AmeriCure paint booth, you can rest assured that your vehicle, boat, or RV will receive top-notch repair and flawless paint jobs. And for all you aviators, we do aircraft body repair too. Sand Hills Collision Repair Center is veteran-owned and offers a 5% discount to our military family. We give free estimate and accept all insurance and self-pay. All our ATECs will provide superior customer service from start to finish because we are committed to quality and prompt expert service. Bring your automobile, boat, or RV by today for a free quote at 135 Village View Drive in Seven Lakes. That's just 2 minutes from the Food Lion on Seven Lakes Drive. Or call us at 910-673-AUTO. That's 673-AUTO. Sand Hills Collision Center, because you deserve the best.
Hello, this is Debbie Serino, owner of Wakert Realtors Town & Country. Whether you're looking to sell your home now or at some time in the future, why not let the experts at Wakert prepare you so that when you are ready, you will experience the results you deserve. Nothing but the best. One of our recent sales was a home that had been on the market with another firm for a year. Our clients came to us looking for better results. We listed the home on Friday and it sold on Saturday. Would you like to know how we did it? Give us a call at 910-235-3685. Our marketing plan has proven time and time again to produce the results you need. We sell more because we do more.
Call 910-315-9051 or find them at the corner of Rattlesnake and McCaskill Road East in Pinehurst. Independently owned and operated.
Hey, IHOP on 15501 in Southern Pines is now open with regular hours, 6 a.m. to 10 p.m., Monday through Sunday. Dine in now with 6 feet distance between the tables. Paper menus have replaced the plastic menus for health reasons. Sanitizers are available. Servers are wearing masks. Takeout orders are still available. Drive up, an employee will come to your vehicle and take your order. Go online to ihop.com/en to see the menu and call in your order at 910-556-4589.
I just love IHOP.
To whomever said don't bite off more than you can chew, Zaxby's humbly offers a couple of exceptions. Introducing the hand-breaded buttermilk Southern TLC sandwich with lettuce, tomato, and mayo. And the other is a hand-breaded filet with our fruity, sweet, and spicy Caribbean jerk sauce, sliced banana peppers, crisp lettuce, and mayonnaise. Both of these delicious sandwiches are served on a toasted potato bun. Zaxby's. Friends, family, flavor. Located in Southern Pines off Highway 15501 in front of the Holiday Inn. Drive-through only.
Thanks for help bringing the economy back. One local purchase at a time.
Kind of uplifts you and you feel better.
It's the greatest comeback of all time. With Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM. WEEB.
NCN News. I'm Mike Rayleigh. The current Phase 2 COVID restrictions will stay in place in North Carolina for at least 3 more weeks. Governor Roy Cooper.
We hope to be able to ease restrictions on playgrounds, museums, and gyms on July the 17th, 3 weeks from Friday when this order expires.
Within hours of the governor extending an order that keeps bars and gyms closed for at least 3 weeks, the State House failed to override a veto on the bill that would open them up. Representative Kyle Hall says bars and gyms were blindsided.
And we are losing more and more small family-owned businesses every day across this state. They've worked hard, played by the rules, yet are being punished.
Representative Darren Jackson pointed out how fast the virus has spread.
We have now had 1,271 deaths. 3 times as much as we've had in the single worst flu season that I could find the data for.
President Trump says he intends to sign an executive order protecting statues and other national monuments. CBS's Weizhu Zhang is at the White House.
President Trump has not offered any details about that executive order, and it's unclear what it will do, since a federal act already makes it a crime to destroy or vandalize veterans' monuments on public property that carries up to 10 years in prison. According to the Washington Post, U.S. Marshals have been told to get ready to protect those monuments across the country.
After an internal investigation, the Wilmington Police Department has fired 3 veteran officers for hate-filled speech that was caught on a patrol car camera. Police Chief Donnie Williams.
There is no place for this behavior in our agency or our city, and it will not be tolerated.
It was closed for 104 days, but now the Eiffel Tower has reopened. Dutch tourist Annelies Bourgeau was excited to be there.
We're very happy to be able to go up.
You're listening to NCN News.
Do you dream of living in the country, owning some land where you can take a deep breath, appreciate the view from your front porch, and enjoy the outdoors? Farm Credit specializes in loans for farms, homes, and land. Our team of local lending experts can tailor a solution for your needs and make your dreams a reality. Dependable credit, competitive mortgage rates, and convenient offices to serve you. Visit farmcreditofnc.com to find your local office. Equal housing lender.
Help us serve you. North Carolina retailers aren't just the backbone of the local economy. They are the first ones to step up to support your Little League teams, your booster clubs, and to step in with product donations in times of need. So please shop NC. You hold the power to help North Carolina's retailers rebound faster by choosing to spend your dollars in North Carolina. The NC Retail Merchants Association proudly represents these dedicated retailers and encourages you to shop NC. Learn more at ncrma.org.
In Fayetteville, conversations have continued around the Market House and if it should remain as the city's logo.
Mayor Mitch Colvin submitted a request to move the Market House from any affiliation with the city.
We're one of the most diverse cities in the country, and we have about a 50-50 population of black and white and others. So we need to be very thoughtful to make sure it's a decision that won't tear us apart.
The demographics for COVID-19 infections are getting younger in Florida.
I'm Peter King in Orlando. Health officials say younger people are fueling the record-breaking daily case totals with little social distancing, many still not wearing face masks. Governor Ron DeSantis says there will be no statewide order for that.
But ultimately, we've got to trust people to make good decisions.
So far, that hasn't worked in Miami, Tampa, and Orlando. They now have local face mask orders. The mayor here calls it a civic duty. Peter King, CBS News, Orlando.
For a second night, protesters occupied New York City's Hall Park yesterday and say that they'll continue to do so unless the police department's budget is reduced.
Hundreds of protesters fill the space between City Hall and the Brooklyn Bridge. They intend to stay here until the NYPD's $6 billion budget is reduced, with that money reinvested in housing, health care, and social services.
Strong communities make safe communities, and police don't.
Most of the day was peaceful. Shouting turned into a standoff, ending in both sides agreeing to step back. The city budget is due next week. The city council is proposing a $1 billion cut to the NYPD's funding. Mayor de Blasio has said the police budget will be reduced, but not by how much.
We need safety and we need fairness.
The Wake County Public School System Board held a work session where they reviewed guidelines for reopening safely on Wednesday. Board members tried to balance the value of in-class instruction with safety concerns and logistical limitations it presents. Mike Rayleigh, NCN News.
Tracking a cold front rolling through the area today, a little bit unsettled. We'll have some scattered showers and some thunderstorms, a level 1 risk for some severe storms today. High temperatures climb into the mid-80s. After some evening thunderstorms, we'll have partly cloudy skies overnight tonight. Low temperatures in the mid to upper 60s. Friday, it looks nice. Mostly sunny skies with high temperatures in the low 90s. For the North Carolina News Network, I'm meteorologist Amy Wilmoth in the Weather Center.
Right now, here in the Sand Hills area, we have some light showers and 71 degrees, humidity 94%, 2.69, pressure 3002, wind southwest at 7, visibility wide open at 10 statute miles. It's 8:14. Let's take a look at your Sand Hills news for this Thursday morning. Governor Roy Cooper announced yesterday he is continuing the Safe at Home Phase 2 and the reopening of the state for at least 3 more weeks until July 17th due to a surge in COVID-19 cases. He is mandating the wearing of face masks in public when social distancing is not possible. Exceptions include children under 11, people with medical conditions, and when exercising outside while maintaining 6 feet apart from another person. Community leaders and citizens held a roundtable discussion on racism Tuesday at Collins Chapel Church in Robbins. Diane Wyatt organized the discussion because she felt that taking and getting to know one another would lead to change better than protests or a march. It was suggested that more roundtables be conducted and that community meals be shared and to stay at the table no matter how awkward it gets. That's your WEEB local news this morning from the Sand Hills Sentinel, and you can go online to sandhillsentinel.com for more information. It's 8:16. Sports is next, right here on Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB.
NCN Sports. Good morning. I'm Tony Rixby. The Hockey Hall of Fame will be welcoming in 6 new members, but Carolina Hurricanes coach, former captain Rod Brindamore, will not be one of them. Tom Merriam has more.
The Hockey Hall of Fame has announced 6 new members, led by 2 wingers in their first year of eligibility, Jerome McGinley and Marian Hossa. Both players scored more than 500 goals in their NHL careers. 2 defensemen, each last played in the 1990s, were finally elected, 6-time Stanley Cup champ Kevin Lowe and high-scoring Doug Wilson. The 4 NHL players are joined by Canadian female star goalie Kim St. Pierre and 3-time Stanley Cup winning general manager Ken Holland in the builder category. This year's induction ceremony is tentatively scheduled for November 16th in Toronto. I'm Tom Merriam.
Bubba Wallace says he's being tested each and every day after NASCAR's Confederate flag ban and FBI news probe. He was yesterday a guest on CBS This Morning.
I'm being tested each and every day throughout this whole matter, whether it's right, wrong, or indifferent. That's how life is. People want to dethrone you from the pedestal that you're on when you have a platform and when you have a voice.
The New York City Marathon will not be run this year. Director Jim Heim says there's overwhelming support for the decision to cancel the race because of COVID-19.
Everyone's sad, but I've never heard more of a universal kind of we understand, and it's quickly turning into we can't wait to hopefully to next year be able to do this together.
All-star outfielder Charlie Blackmon of the Colorado Rockies has become the first Major League Baseball player known to have tested positive for coronavirus. A person familiar with the situation confirms that positive test. He's a four-time All-Star. He'll turn to 34 on July 1st. That's the day players are set to begin resumption of spring training. You're listening to NCN Sports.
COVID-19 has disrupted our lives, but North Carolina will bounce back. You can play a role. The John Locke Foundation is hosting a Carolina Rebound virtual town hall. It's 7:30 Wednesday morning, July 1st. We'll be talking healthcare, hear expert opinions and answers to your questions. That's 7:30 in the morning, Wednesday, July 1st. For more information and to register, visit johnlocke.org. Click the Events tab. That's johnlocke.org. Click Events.
Spring and the onset of summer increases the likelihood of thunderstorms. Alternative Power, your North Carolina Generac service provider, reminds you to stay alert. As a thunderstorm approaches, get out of boats and away from water. If you're caught outdoors, find a low spot away from trees, fences, and poles. Alternative Power guards homes against extended power outages with a Generac automatic standby generator. Alternative Power, North Carolina's Generac experts. See more at alternativepower.com.
The San Antonio Spurs changed the shape of the franchise on this day 23 years ago by selecting a Wake Forest All-American. Jeff Hamlin has this day in North Carolina sports history.
On this day in 1997, Tim Duncan was selected first overall by the San Antonio Spurs in the NBA draft held at the Charlotte Coliseum. Only 2 years to the day later, Duncan would lead the Spurs to its first NBA World Championship, beating the New York Knicks in 5 games. Duncan was named NBA Finals MVP after contributing 27.4 points per game. The former Wake Forest All-American would go on to lead San Antonio to 4 more World Championships, and next year he'll be enshrined in the Basketball Hall of Fame.
That's Jeff Hamlin with Today in North Carolina sports history. I'm Tony Rixby. NCN Sports.
Right now at Leith Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Aberdeen, get 0% APR for 72 months and make no payments for 90 days on select new Jeep, Ram, Chrysler, or Dodge models during the Drive Forward event. Plus at Leith Aberdeen, get employee pricing plus on all 2020 Chrysler Pacifica models and 2020 Jeep Gladiator Overland and Sport models. It's easier here at Leith Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Aberdeen.
0% APR for 72 months on 2020 Jeep Compass and 2020 Ram 1500 models. Interest accrued over 90-day deferment with approved credit from Chrysler Capital.
We're talking with Sherry Hook of Seven Lakes Contracting and Asphalt Services. Many homes and businesses in Moore County have asphalt pavement that needs repairing. Sherry, what would you recommend?
Seal coating is the answer. It provides an application that seals and protects to prevent damages from oils, rain, and sun, and results in a like-new appearance at a reasonable price.
Is seal coating also used for preventive maintenance?
It certainly is. It extends the life of your pavement, reducing the need for expensive repairs and replacement. Seal coating should be applied every 2 to 4 years, depending on the wear and tear.
So go online to slcontractingllc.com or to the Facebook page to see their customer reviews. Call Seven Lakes Contracting and Asphalt at 910-673-1318. Open Monday through Saturday from 9 to 5. 10% discounts for military and first responders.
At Sandhills Collision Center in Seven Lakes, we proudly serve all your automotive repair, auto body restoration, and collision repair needs. With our brand new state-of-the-art Chief straightening system and eco-friendly AmeriCure paint booth, you can rest assured that your vehicle, boat, or RV will receive top-notch repair and flawless paint jobs. And for all you aviators, we do aircraft body repair too. Sandhills Collision Repair Center is veteran-owned and offers a 5% discount to our military family. We give free estimate and accept all insurance and self-pay. All our ATECs will provide superior customer service from start to finish because we are committed to quality and prompt expert service. Bring your automobile, boat, or RV by today for a free quote at 135 Village View Drive in Seven Lakes. That's just 2 minutes from the Food Lion on Seven Lakes Drive. Or call us at 910-673-AUTO. That's 673-AUTO. Sandhills Collision Center, because you deserve the best.
Neck, shoulder, or back pain can be downright debilitating. If you have those issues, you already know that, and you don't need me to tell you about the opioid crisis. There's another, better way. I'm talking about chiropractic, a healing art that's also science. Dr. Sharon Wright of Wright Chiropractic in Seven Lakes invites you to come in for a discussion about how chiropractic works and could work for you. To be sure, there are many of you out there that have reached the proverbial dead end trying to treat and manage your pain.
This is Dr. Wright. I can't guarantee I can fix every problem, but I will tell you of help for your particular issue. Living with pain is not always the only option. Doesn't it make sense to explore every avenue before resigning yourself to the limitations of pain? Call our office today to schedule a consultation and start living again. 673-2225.
Next Friday, June 19th, Henny's Taste of India restaurant will be open for business in the Old Squires Pub building in Southern Pines. But during the next week of exciting renovations and remodeling, owner Kamal wants you to know your favorite Indian cuisine restaurant will be introducing a new menu filled with exquisite, mouth-watering dishes. So don't forget to check out their new location at 1720 Highway 1 across the street from Mac's Breakfast Anytime. Friday, June 19th. Henny's Taste of India, Moore County's authentic Indian cuisine.
In Moore County, you know how much it means to have neighbors you can count on, like the one who mowed your lawn and trimmed and raked your pine straw the week you were sick. Well, here's another good neighbor you can count on. I'm Ward Rowland, State Farm Agent in downtown Southern Pines. My team and I are here to help life go right when you combine your home and auto insurance, which can save you money and time. So combine home and auto and start the savings rolling. Call me today, 910-725-0915.
War Dogs, Army surplus of Southern Pines has expanded and open for business. Since taking over the adjoining building, War Dogs will now be able to provide Moore County with even more quality high-end Army surplus. Bring in your Army gear and War Dogs will beat any legitimate offer from their competitors and beat it by 15%. That's right, War Dogs will match their offer and add 15% to your wallet. Open Monday through Friday, 10:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. Located at 675 Southwest Broad Street in Southern Pines, right across the street from Beefeaters. Or call 910-902-7749. That's 902-7749. More Dogs. We offer more and sell for less.
Dale, how are things at Knollwood Fairways and Midland Country Club this year?
Well, Stuart, you know our motto is 9 is fine. Knollwood and Midland are the only two 9-hole golf courses in the Sandhills that are available to all golfers every day, and our all-grass practice tee at Knollwood continues to be very popular.
Do you give golf lessons at Knollwood?
Absolutely, Stuart. Our instruction and club fitting program with our 4 PGA professionals continues to grow every year. We love to teach all golfers, beginners, juniors, seniors, and ladies. Go to our website, knollwood-midland.com, to see what we offer. Our prepaid golf rounds and range balls are always popular. Plus, we have instructional packages, club fitting sessions, and a fully stocked golf shop. Knollwood and Midland is the place where quality and affordability meet.
Hello, I'm John Zumwalt, and you're in the Zumwalt Zone. Starting on September 7th, 1940, London was systematically bombed by the Germans for 56 of the next 57 days and nights. 56 days and nights of constant worry. People so tired and so depressed that many of them stopped running for the bomb shelters. A great number of them wanted to give up, and who can blame them, figuring nothing could be worse than a constant worry and the death and the sadness all around them. Families, innocent children, old and young people died. Britain was held together by one remarkable man, Winston Churchill. You got to figure that many thought, this is the new normal. Life will never, ever be the same again. How will we possibly survive this? The new normal, I hate, yes, hate that term. The events we're now suffering through will soon be a memory. You'll be able to tell your kids and your grandkids about it one day. The day will come when we'll shake hands and hug and touch a doorknob without wondering if we just killed ourselves. Don't let the weak people among us bring us down. Even our economy will recover. And you know why? It'll recover because we have great leadership. We have men and women who built their businesses, and they know how to recover them. We'll recover, I firmly believe, because we'll soon have conservative Republican leadership in this state to stop the madness that our Democrat governor has subjected us to. I never let anyone tell me this is the new normal. Not in the Zumwalt zone.
Umbrellas will be handy today. We'll have some scattered showers and thunderstorms as a cold front moves through. High temperatures will climb into the mid-80s. A few evening thunderstorms, then partly cloudy overnight tonight into Friday morning with low temperatures in the mid to upper 60s. Friday should be a nice day. We'll have mostly sunny skies. The humidity will be down with high temperatures in the low 90s. For the North Carolina News Network, I'm meteorologist Amy Wilmoth in the Weather Center.
And now, the Sandhills' #1 morning show. Mornings with the Leader Man. Here on Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. And heard and seen around the world at talk973.com.
The best part of waking up is waking up with us.
Are you done with your day-to-day drudgery? Tired of the 9-to-5 salt mine?
My job, don't get me started on, because it really annoys me.
Work, 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 work. It's me heavy work, 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 work.
I wish I had a job that I could just leave. Just going through the motions.
Why don't you put down your ginger ale and red book and get to work?
Go back to work. Work, 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 work. It's me heavy work, 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 work.
Working for the weekend.
Everybody's working for the weekend.
Working for a living, living and working. I'm taking what they're giving 'cause I'm working for a living.
Turn on the radio.
I'm listening.
That'll relax you.
Sit back and enjoy the ride.
Whenever you're ready, I'm all ears.
We're rebels.
We're wild, I tell you, just wild.
We're wild men.
You seem happy this morning.
Because I'm a happy person. My happiness makes me nice.
That's crazy talk.
Then I'm crazy?
Crazy like a fox. Showtime.
Good morning, Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. Welcome back to the most listened to program in all of the Sandhills. It's time once again for Mornings with the Leader Man. I am Steve Leader Adams with the programming note. That is, our AM transmitter is still down. Parts are on the way. Should be here today, hopefully. All of them. And hopefully we can get back on the air shortly after that. But this was an unusual place in the transmitter parts to go bad. But they didn't really go bad. They got killed by something AT&T put on the tower. It caused things to change, and the transmitter was the victim. Anyway, we hope to be back up and running on the AM. But both FMs are fine and working properly. Also with me in this circle of wisdom is the Colonel, retired Marine Colonel Jeff Drummond. Good morning, Colonel.
It's a circle of wisdom, eh? Okay. Yeah. Hey, good morning, Moore County. Good morning, unfortunate Aberdeen, as the failing pilot, pamphlet, and insert delivery system refers to you. Hey, Rain Man Steve brought it back today. So, take your umbrella out there, get your boots on, and enjoy your walk. You might get a little damp, but, don't let that put you off. Being outside is better than sitting inside. So, do it. Let the Democrats sit in the closet with the blanket over their head. That's what they're good at. That's what they deserve. So, let them do it.
Don't forget, of course, we are being heard and seen around the world on the live video stream. That's available to you at talk973.com or talk1041.com. Top middle of the page is where the link's located. On your mobile device, fire up YouTube and put Mornings with the Leader Man into the search. Leader Man, all one word, spelled like it sounds. If you're on your mobile device just needing our audio, well, that's available also with any streaming service such as TuneIn, iTunes, or Streamer. Many others will work. Just put WEEB in the search. And if you're on our website, go to the upper right-hand corner of any of our pages at talk973.com or talk1041.com and click the icon that says Listen Live. Click it once, and you're listening that quick. Weather for us today here in the Sandhills, mostly cloudy, showers likely, high of 83. Tonight, partly cloudy, scattered thunderstorms, a low of 68. Friday, no mention of rain, just sunny, hot and humid, high of 90. Saturday, mostly sunny, high of 92. Plus, it will be hot and humid. Sunday, partly cloudy, isolated thunderstorms, high of 91. Monday, more of the same with a high of 90, 86 Tuesday. And finally, we cooled down a bit on Wednesday with a high of 82. Right now, around the Sand Hills, winds are southwest of 7, visibility 10 statute miles, pressure is 3002, 2.69, humidity 94%, is some light rain and 71 degrees currently here at Talk 97.3 FM, 104.1 FM, and 990 AM WEEB. All right, 8:33 past the hour on this Thursday morning. Some news here. Let's see. Didn't want that. We're getting baseball back around in about a month, but obviously there will be changes. And one of the proposed changes is getting ridiculed all over social media. It's called the wet rag rule, and it states that a pitcher can keep a wet rag in his back pocket as an alternative to constantly licking his fingers when he's on the mound.
Oh,
Now,
yeah, sure.
fans and players alike are having a good laugh over it. Former relief pitcher Jeff Nelson said, quote, "Good luck, hitters. Water won't be the only thing on that rag."
Yeah, no kidding. That's a perfect place to put a little Vaseline, a little tar, a little nicotine, whatever else you might want on there. That's stupid.
A Braves writer named Scott Coleman said, quote, "Thankfully, baseball doesn't have a cheating problem, except in the World Series." Right?
Yeah, exactly. This is ridiculous.
And one guy asked, quote, "Does sweaty fingers touching a ball transmit less germs than a licked finger?"
And
I'm
when
not a doctor, but sounds exactly like the same to me.
Yeah, when the bat hits that ball and sprays all that stuff around, how many people are at risk? It's ridiculous. Play ball. Start throwing out some of these stupid rules they've come up with over the last.
Well, like one
years.
rule, no spitting.
Yeah, it's all stupid.
It just got to the point of being ridiculous. Because it seems like when a baseball player steps on the field, they're overpowered by this sudden urge to have to spit every 2 seconds. And I literally mean every 2 seconds.
Yeah, there's a few of them that, they don't do that at home.
Yeah.
I mean, it's, well, at any rate, there's just loads of stuff, all these little things to enhance the game, and just get back to basics and play ball.
All right. Also, some people get bitten by mosquitoes more than others.
Yes.
And there are actually reasons for it.
Yep.
So we got into summer and spent more time outside. Here are 6 possible reasons mosquitoes just love you. One, your body temperature is slightly higher than other people. It varies because of age, gender, and how much you move around. It can even go up if you're eating spicy foods.
Exactly, yeah.
Exercise, it raises your body temperature and makes you produce more carbon dioxide and lactic acid, which mosquitoes love. They also like pregnant women because their temperature is higher and they produce more carbon dioxide. Being stressed out will attract more mosquitoes. Studies have shown mosquitoes could be drawn to the hormones that come out of your sweat when you're stressed. You haven't showered in a while. They're attracted to specific type of bacteria, and we tend to have more bacteria near our ankles and feet. So that might be why they target that area a lot. Dark clothing, reds, black, blues, attract more mosquitoes than lighter colors like white and yellow. And alcohol, it dilates blood vessels in your skin, makes it a little more warmer for a while. And they're also attracted to the ethanol that comes out of your sweat.
Yeah, for those people sweating beer, that's right. There you go.
All righty. It is 8:37, 37 past the hour. Time for some morning rim shots. Then we'll get to some things you need to know. Let's see if we can make the Colonel laugh this morning. He's being a tough cookie this morning. We'll see.
I laughed at David Spade's joke.
We can break him down a little bit. An upcoming science fiction movie will star an artificially intelligent robot. You won't believe how realistic she is. The only thing that sets her apart from other actresses is that she doesn't have a Harvey Weinstein horror story.
You sure? I'm not sure she wouldn't.
Jamie Foxx will play Mike Tyson in the movie. It will depict the time in Tyson's life when he was a danger to society. So, all of it, I guess.
He's not been so bad lately. And Jamie Foxx, he's a danger to society. So, yeah, he's a perfect actor for that role.
Alex Trebek just donated $500,000 to the L.A. homeless shelter, or as Chuck Woolery knows it, Home Sweet Home. Post Malone has released the wine. It pairs perfectly with any food found in the dumpster. It has a warning label that says this beverage may cause you to go out and get awful face tattoos.
Yeah, there you go.
Critics call Bob Dylan's new album his best in decades. In response, Dylan was at a loss for words, so no change there.
Yeah.
66-year-old Dennis Quaid was secretly married this month to a 27-year-old woman. Quaid said it was love at first sight. Yep, she fell in love at first sight of his bank account.
Yep, there you go. Nothing wrong with that. If you got the money.
He learned the number one pickup line. I'm very rich.
I got money to spend on you. That's his pickup line.
And there's only one thing you got to do for me.
Yep.
Several players and caddies on the PGA Tour have tested positive for COVID-19. Remember the good old days when the only PGA golfer we worried about catching a virus was Tiger Woods? Or catching a 9-iron.
Yeah. That's more like it there. Yeah.
Eating dinner, well, his ex-wife took that 9-iron to his Cadillac. Eating dinner at an early hour helps you lose weight. Then why are old people at Denny's always so fat?
Ouch. Yeah, well, exercise.
Video went viral of a grocery store customer in Ukraine beating a store employee with a sausage.
Sausage?
Yeah. The employee was treated for, get this, cold cuts.
Ah, there it is. Okay.
And last but not least, the company will offer space tourism using a high-altitude balloon, which brings the list of cool things you can do in a balloon to one.
Yeah, I guess Matt finally sold a joke there, huh? That cold cut joke.
Yeah, I wonder what he got for it.
A cold cut.
All right, some things you need to know so you don't sound stupid today. The way it appears now is that Major League Baseball players will return to preseason training on July 1 and then begin a 60-game season on July 23rd-ish.
Yeah, that's next week, right? Or is that this? Oh, yeah, that's like 4 days, 5 days.
The actor who played Alfalfa in the 1994 version of The Little Rascals, Brandon Bug Hall, was arrested on Saturday in Texas for allegedly huffing air duster cans.
Yeah, well, I think the original Alfalfa had some alcohol and gambling problems. Didn't he get shot in a poker game or something?
I don't
drunked
know.
up. Yeah, so Alfalfa, that must run with the Alfalfa character, I guess.
Senator McSally of Arizona introduced a bill that would give each Americans $4,000 for each couple, or for each couple $8,000 to take a vacation at least 50 miles from where they live. The idea is to help the hospitality and airline industries.
At least 50 miles away? Yeah, send it. I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
I've got a place in mind. I already own it.
Straight to the mountains you go, huh?
Exactly.
Yeah, I'll park in your driveway. Walmart announced that they're going to stop selling the Mississippi state flag because it's partially made up of the Confederate flag.
Right, yeah.
Augie, a golden retriever living in Tennessee, just celebrated his 20th birthday.
Wow.
Making him the longest living golden retriever in history. Add to the adventures of 2020 a giant Sahara desert dust plume that's made its way across the water and is now closing in on the southeastern United States.
Oh, dear. Oh.
Where do we live? Oh, yeah, southeastern United States.
Great.
The New York City Marathon has been officially canceled. Miley Cyrus says she's been living a sober lifestyle for 6 months.
Good for her.
In other words, she hasn't smoked pot or had a drink.
No meth, no cocaine, no nothing. Huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's wait to hear her talk.
Well, you know.
You get all this.
Well, if
you know she's off the wagon.
Can straighten herself up, you know, the better. Nothing wrong with that.
Ben Roethlisberger confessed over the weekend that he's been battling both alcohol and pornography addictions.
No kidding. Oh, Ben Roethlisberger's, yeah. Something we tell us something we didn't know. I mean, he's been like that since day one. He's been a jerk.
JCPenney has closed another 13 stores. New research shows 50% of U.S. broadband households own at least one smart TV, making the smart TV the primary platform for video services at a time when content consumption is increasing dramatically. Angelina Jolie says she split from Brad Pitt for the sake of her kids. She felt he wasn't being a good influence.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and Miss Tattoo is the great influence?
I tell you, just all those people, they can go. Hollywood, let's put a fence around it, put them all in there, and, just ignore it.
Around 48% of us have had this happen while cooking. What is it?
Grease fire.
I'll give you credit, setting the smoke alarm off.
Oh, all right.
Which a grease fire will do.
That's generally it.
From a Did You Know category, 40% of us would end a relationship because we didn't get along with the other person's dog.
Dog? Oh, well, yeah, you can't date somebody and have the dog biting you all the time. Sure, no kidding.
The average time you'll own your car these days is?
Oh, it's a long time. It's like 8 or 9 years or something.
10 years.
10 years, yeah.
According to a restaurant food delivery guys, who are the worst tippers? It's a type of business.
Oh, probably probably a lawyer's office.
Hair salons.
Hair salons? Okay.
The latest statistics show the average driver will lock their keys in their vehicle about 9 times in their lifetime.
Oh, okay.
Researchers at Harvard University say women who want to get pregnant should eat this ice cream at least twice a week. Research showed that eating high-fat dairy foods reduce the risk of infertility.
Okay. Oh, what flavor you're talking about?
No.
Oh, just eat ice cream.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're talking about real ice cream. They're not talking about the crap that inhabits most of the...
You're talking about ice milk.
Yeah, all the rest of the crap that's out there in the refrigerators and freezers. Real ice cream is good, and yum yum. That's all I have to say.
Good.
Yeah.
Recent survey says the biggest cause of stress in American lives is...
The biggest cause of stress would be work-related stress, I guess.
No, the mortgage payment every month.
Oh, mortgage payments, yeah.
According to USA Today, Americans purchase 720 million slices of this every year.
Well, pizza.
No.
Uh-oh. Slices?
Pie.
Pie? Oh, for dessert? Okay. Well, it was pizza pie, so there you go. I was right.
The character in the movie Radio, he says, I like pie.
I haven't had a slice of pie in a while, so...
76 people injured their eyes on drinking fountains every year.
Really? I can see people splitting their lip or chipping a tooth, but in their eye? Really?
Well, the water with high pressure shoot up in there.
No, it's not that... Well, okay, in a fountain. That's not that high a pressure.
73% of women struggle to get out of bed in the morning.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, I was that good.
Yeah. All right, move on, because I'll get ready to go someplace you don't want to go.
All right, we'll beat up on you then.
There we go.
All right, let me get my buzzer out.
There it is. Matt's tone.
Okay.
That's right.
All right, these are our slogans on and off.
Oh, no.
This is where we'll give the Colonel a image line from a commercial that represents a company.
Right.
And they have spent tens of millions of dollars driving this line home in your brain. Let's see how well it has worked.
They've wasted their money on me.
Here are classic editions of some lines. Take time to make the donuts.
Time to make probably Dunkin' Donuts.
Well, in our case, it's Granny's Donuts. So there you go.
Granny's Donuts hasn't made millions of dollars, paid millions of dollars.
I know. They're the new advertiser with us.
Oh, I haven't heard their commercial yet.
Well, listen more.
It's pretty much on all day. I just haven't heard it. All right.
Fly the friendly skies of...
United.
Yeah. Think small.
Think small.
No, not a body part of yours, but...
All right. The think small. No.
Volkswagen.
Volkswagen.
The pause that refreshes.
Oh, I have heard that one, but I don't remember who. It's a coffee thing, isn't it?
Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola pause that refreshes. Oh.
The pause that refreshes.
I don't remember that one.
Me either. Good to the last drop.
Oh, Maxwell House.
Yeah. All right, here are the new ones that are out there.
Yeah, forget it.
See how well you do. Some of these are pretty quick, easy. Like bounce out of wrinkles.
Bounce out of wrinkles. Oh, it's probably that little dryer insert or something. I don't know what it is.
Which is called?
I can't remember.
Bounce.
Bounce. Okay.
Happy tastes good.
Happy tastes good. Nope.
If I said ice cream cone, would that tell you?
Baskin Robbins.
No, Dairy Queen.
Dairy Queen. Okay.
Men have skin too.
No kidding. Nope.
Old Spice.
Old Spice.
Expect more, pay less.
Oh, I have heard that one, but I don't remember who.
Think Bullseye.
Bullseye. Nope, not coming to me.
Target.
Target. Oh, okay. Well, we don't have a Target here, so don't pay attention. There's no Target here in Moore County.
What's that store over there on? 15501 next to the Verizon store.
I don't know what it is, but
or next to Starbucks.
It's not a Target, is it?
It's not a Target?
No.
Well, I don't shop there anyway, so I don't know.
Well,
it's one of those chain stores.
There's no Target here.
Okay, I'll
Target, as they say in the
Target.
In the
La
upper
Jacques
echelon.
Penne.
Yeah, there you go.
Live well.
Live well. I don't. That's like the state logo for Vermont or something, isn't it? I don't know.
It's GNC, and of course they had to
just declare bankruptcy.
Get that one in quickly. They filed for bankruptcy this week.
Yeah, so that $10 million they should have saved.
Maybe. All righty. Let's see here. See, we got through all of this. Don't care about that. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. All right, we're going to do a little comedy feature today. This is Throwback Thursday. So, some classic stand-up. This is from Steve Martin. This is from his Grammy-winning comedy album, A Wild and Crazy Guy.
Oh, okay.
But I am into the intellectual thing. I went to college. I studied the great philosophers, Socrates. I studied Plato. And, you learn the important things. Like if you're studying geology, which is all facts, as soon as you get out of school, you forget it all, because it's just numbers and things. But philosophy, you remember just enough to screw you up for the rest of your life. Then you studied the important, like ethical questions. Is it okay to yell movie in a crowded firehouse? Religious questions. If there is a God, give me a sign. See, I told you that the... Wouldn't it be weird if you died and you woke up and you were in heaven? Just like they always told you. And everybody had wings on and pearly gates. Wouldn't you feel stupid? Oh, no. You mean that this is what... Oh! What? You've been keeping records on me? Well, it wasn't so bad. How many times did I take the Lord's name in vain? Ugh. 1,000,006. Oh. Jesus Christ.
And now it's time for
Random
facts.
1, 2, 3, 4. All right, the Colonel's random facts for today. You're more likely to be stung by a bee if you're eating a banana. The chemical compound that gives banana their taste also works as a pheromone that makes bees angry.
Uh-oh, wow, yeah. Angry bees, we don't want that.
In Mexico, Germany, Chile, and a few other countries, it is not illegal to break out of prison. Germany says it's just human nature to try to escape.
Oh, well, they should have kept that in mind during World War II.
Marie Curie is the only person who's won the Nobel Prize for two different areas of science, physics and chemistry.
Oh, yeah, really? I didn't realize that. Okay.
The guy who invented the upside-down ketchup bottle with the opening at the bottom instead of the top sold his company to Heinz in 1995 for $13 million.
Yeah, he should have made some money on that. That was brilliant.
And there are 7 ski resorts in Africa, 3 in Morocco, 2 in Algeria, and 1 in South Africa, the one in Lesotho.
Sothro, yeah. I didn't realize the Atlas Mountains has a lot of snow then. That's the ones up in Algeria and Morocco. I didn't realize they had ski resorts there. That's interesting.
Anyway, that's your random facts for today.
You used to have mountain lions in the Atlas Mountains too. I don't think they do anymore.
Who breaks the speed limit more, men or women?
Well, we just covered that. Men do. Of course they do.
Next time someone bomb past you on the highway at 100 miles an hour, chances are it's me.
It's a drug dealer, yeah.
A new study found men speed twice as often as women. Researchers in the UK looked at over 5 billion miles worth of driving data, and they found men speed 94% more than women.
94% more. Oh, okay.
So about twice as often. And young men are the worst. 17-year-old guys break the speed limit 130% more than women at that age. It does not start to even out until we're hit our 30s. By our 40s, women are slightly more likely to speed, but just by about 2% or more.
Okay. That's interesting. Really, I think that's interesting. But, women tailgate more. Usually when I'm being tailgated, it's a woman. So I guess I'm holding them up. That's why they don't speed as much.
Nobody ever tailgates me.
They can't catch you.
I'm always the second person in a two-person line. All right, so it goes for this Thursday. Have yourself a great, safe day. We'll see you back bright and early tomorrow, 7 to 9 for TSIF. Thanks, Steve. It's Friday. Until then, be sure to support all the mom and pop businesses you hear on our airwaves. They are emerging from this shutdown just like a lot of you, and they need your support. So when you're out there, please give those that you hear advertising on this station first crack at your spending dollars, and be sure to put your tongue past your gum and tell them WEEB told you to come. And don't forget also that millions of Americans have fought and have died to give and protect the freedoms that you get to enjoy today. Live today worthy of their and their family's sacrifice. I'm Steve Leader Adams, and the Leader Man and Nick and Colt the Dog will see you at 2 this afternoon at the dog park.
When I come back, you'd better be laughing.
So, what have we learned?